Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm going to show you what it takes to get my motorhome packed up and ready to move. Now, if you have been parked in a spot for just a day or two, then packing up, get ready to move doesn't take too much time. There's a lot of things to do, but you get down to a routine and you can do it fairly quickly. However, where I'm at right now, I have been sitting in this spot for a little over 2 months. So I have had time to put out all sorts of things that I put out that I use on a regular basis that I probably wouldn't do if I was just in a place for 1 or 2 days. So my motorhome right now is kind of in a worst case scenario of what I need to do to pack up and move. So I'm going to go over the routine it takes to do that. I'm in the bedroom right now, which is in the far rear of the coach. I'm going to start back here and show you. And my bedroom has 2 opposing slides. So when I move the 2 slides back in, this big area you see right here, the big walking area, this bed is going to be up against this cabinet. So everything in this area has to be moved out. So I'm going to start with the chair. I'm just going to put that onto my bed. Just put that right here. And I also have to look for anything else that might be in the way. I've got a little trash basket here. I'm going to put that in the closet. And I also have some mats like this on the floor. So I'm going to take up the mats because when the slides come in, I don't want them bumping up against these mats and it could cause them to get jammed. And that's the easy part. That's about it for the bedroom. Now the bathroom, first the shower door needs to be closed and locked. There's a latch right here that you can lock it on so that when you're driving you don't have the problem with this sliding shower door moving left and right. It did that times before when I didn't latch the door closed and it actually caused it to go off of the railing there, and they had to have that repaired. And then anything that's on the countertop here has to be moved away. Otherwise, it's going to go flying as well. So the small things I just put in this drawer. And then I got a trash basket down here I can put things in to get them out of the way. And then these things I just put into the sink. So my bathroom is now ready to go. Now next, in this cabinet down here I have a dishwasher. And a few times when I've been driving and the dishwasher, when I would turn a corner so much that it would come out like this, it would knock these doors open. Doesn't particularly hurt anything that much, but I don't like that to happen. So this has a function where I press this button down and hold it for a few seconds, it locks the door. So that way it keeps it from opening up. And this stuff I usually don't have to worry about because these doors are pretty good about staying closed. But if I do have a problem with them, I can put some kind of a latch here, use a bungee cord or something to hold those down. I haven't had too much trouble with these doors coming open unless the dishwasher is coming open. I also need to take a look at the refrigerator and want to make sure that things here aren't going to go flying too much. If anything is going to go flying and maybe hurt something like something really heavy, put things in here or put things in here so that when things get shifted around while I'm driving, it's not going to hurt anything. And then also, it's really important that these doors have a way of locking them down, because they will easily come open while you're driving. And I have this latch right here that tightly holds the doors closed. I've had an occasion where I didn't latch it, and in the freezer, my ice cube tray, this door came open, my ice cube tray flew on the ground. I've got ice cubes all over the floor. So that was a disaster. I learned then to make sure this thing is latched. Now, for the kitchen, I have this top here that goes over the stove top, and this I got to get out of the way. I haven't had too much trouble with this moving around. However, this will easily fly out. So I take that and put it back behind here, and that's good enough for that. This I have to put away somewhere, and these little kitchen appliances need to be secured some way. I can't just leave them there or they will go flying. I have some condiments in here. I can put that away in the refrigerator. And the microwave oven you can use to put some things in that's not going to hurt, like that plastic container that has water in it, and my popcorn popper. I can put that in here. But this is my iced tea maker. I put that in the sink. My blender, I put that in the sink. And the toaster, put that in the sink. This is a peeler, put that there, and can opener. So that secures those things so that they won't move around that much. And you want to make sure that all the cabinet doors are closed. The soap bottles. You don't want anything flying around this coach when you're driving in it. Let me tell you, it doesn't take much to do it. Now this lounge chair is built so you can slide it anywhere around the room that you want to put it. And when you're driving, turning corners, it will slide itself all the way across the room. But it has a way of locking it down. There is this thing here that goes underneath the brace on the bottom of the lounge chair. And then there is, it's not real easy to do, there is a hole down there, and then this screw screws into there. That way, when you're driving, it keeps the chair locked down in that position. And you need to get the remote controls off of the table. And this cup holder works really well in putting your remote controls in. So that side of the room is pretty well done, except I have to get my cell phone booster off of where I had it at the window to find a place to put that where it's not going to cause a problem. Now the dinette area here, I have to pretty much clean everything off of this dinette. I put my computer keyboard here, and I put my monitor here, and to make sure it doesn't take off running, I put a rubber band around there to keep it from moving. But everything on this table I got to move off. Put things somewhere, all the little stuff. I have this little office type drawer thing here where I can put stuff. And I got two cup holders here I can put things in, but this and this has got to go somewhere else, this and this. And one more thing, this paper towels here, I found out that if I drive off with the windows open, these paper towels will just start unrolling, and I'll end up with this completely unrolled with all this paper on the floor and not even notice it until it's all done. So I put a rubber band around there so that's not going to unravel. And this motorhome has cabinets all the way around the entire home. So you've got to go around and make sure all of the cabinets are closed, so that what's in the cabinet again doesn't start flying out. Now I need to get everything ready to pull the slides in. I want to make sure, like I said, these mats don't get hung up on something. So I put them together and put them in a place where the slides aren't going to hit them. This is a good place here. So now I'm already working up a sweat. But now I think I'm ready to pull the slides in. So first I want to start the engine. You don't have to start the engine to pull the slides in, but it is best to do that, they tell you. So now I'm going to pull in the driver's side slide. Passenger side. And the slide for the bedroom, the second bedroom slide, they put the button way back here. So you got to walk back here to do it. And you can see that these top two drawers open. This drawer opens a little bit. The bottom drawer you cannot open at all. So before you pull this slide in, you want to make sure you've got everything out of those drawers that you need. Now I'm going to go outside, and first I'm going to pull in the patio awning. Not the most exciting part of the video, I guarantee you. And then also the awning that is over the entry door here. Now I have this solar panel here, and I have to take the cables off. I have them hooked to my batteries by way of these battery jumper cables. Going all the way back to my battery compartment at the rear. So now I have to pull the connections off of there and there, and then I have to find some place to put those battery cables that's running all along the side of the home here. Got to put those away in a bin someplace. And next I pull off the tire covers. These two tire covers, I put them together and then put them in one of these bins here, and then on the other side take the tire covers off, and you can see here those orange blocks. The reason why I have those there is that my coach is now sitting in a place where it's very slanted left to right. So on the right side of my coach there are no blocks like that at all. So I've had to put that many blocks on in order to get the coach level. And you can see the jack there. There are 3 wooden blocks underneath the jack. I'm going to raise those jacks in a minute too. This ladder is the ladder that I use to get up onto the roof. I got to fold that ladder away and put it away into a storage bin. So this one, as you can see, is got the orange leveling blocks and then the 3 wooden blocks underneath the jacks. One more thing to do back here is to put up the window awning. This is over the bedroom window here. That's pretty easy to put up. Now what I've just done that I didn't show you was raise my jacks all the way up as far as they would go. You see right there how high that jack is? I raised my jacks all the way up, which brings the wheels off of the ground. That lets me get to these leveling blocks and take those off. And take off these leveling blocks and take off the ones from the inner tire as well. That bottom one, it's a little too difficult to get off. So I'm going to leave it there for now. And then I remove these concrete blocks as well. Man, look at the bugs underneath there. For some reason, they love these concrete blocks. Gotta disturb their home, I guess. I thought these concrete blocks were strong enough that they wouldn't crack, but boy, was I wrong about that, because they cracked into several pieces. Now one more thing I have to do is disconnect the power cord. Now right now I'm only plugged in the 15 amp, so all I have to do is pull that off and then pull in the cord from where it's plugged in. But if I had a 30 amp or 50 amp plug-in, then I would have to wrestle with this monster here instead of that. And I did a video last year about these power cords, the different power cord options and how to handle that, and the surge suppressor here, which I'm not using right now. So that can be a big job in itself. One more thing I have to do is remove my outside sunshades. And this one is fairly easy to take off. There you go. And I have sunshades like that for the big windshield here, and also for this window and for that big window. Now to take off the sunshade for that window, this window, and the windshield, I have to get up on a ladder to get up high enough to reach those little twist openings there. So if I have those on, then that's another big job I have to do. Got to get my ladder out and move it into several positions to reach those. Okay, I'm back inside, and in this panel here I have a button that says level jacks jack store. So I'm going to press the jack store button. This is going to raise the jacks up all the way. So now I'm going to go outside and check to make sure that the jacks are up all the way. Yep, there they are. So now you can see that my jacks are all the way up. So now I have to pull the wooden blocks off. And the rear blocks. I was really disappointed to find that even though I got really good hardwood blocks, the jack still cracked those things. So I got to put these things away in one of my storage bins. And then I take the orange leveler blocks and put them in these boxes and store those away. Whew, boy, that's a lot of work. But also, you see I have this motorcycle rack here. I have to load my motor scooter onto that motorcycle rack that is hooked onto the trailer hitch. And I've made a video about motorcycle carriers, the different motorcycle carrier options. This is the one I got, and I'm going to make a separate video just about how to load a motorbike onto a rack like this, because that is a major operation in itself. So look for that to come up as well. I think I'm done. However, I got to go around the outside of the coach and go back inside, give it a good look over, and make sure I didn't miss anything. So that's what it takes to get a motorhome like this up and running when it has been sitting in one place for a long time. That's one reason why I've been here so long, is because I hate going through this process. It's a lot of work. So one of these days I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to be staying for just a night or two or three or a week from place to place and have to do it a lot more often. But like I said, the less time you spend in a place, a little bit, the less things you have to do. But as you can see, it is a big process in itself, and that's why I wanted to show you what it takes, something you want to consider if you're going to buy an RV, especially a motorhome like this. It's a 38-foot motorhome. Well, wasn't that fun? Well, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and now I feel like I need to take a shower. Not a fun thing to do on a hot day like this, but I gotta go. One last little chore is raising the windshield shade. So when that's up, I think I'm ready to start the engine finally and put it in gear. At least I hope so. Hope you've enjoyed doing this massive chore along with me, and hopefully you'll be doing the same thing someday as well. Goodbye.